Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Dragon telephone, and this is Bill's telephone from Minnesota. Now, we've done another Dragon phone a while back for Bill, and he has this Dragon phone also. And so basically what the issue with these Dragon phones are is I believe they were hand carved in China, and they put a telephone in them. They make a telephone out of them, and the board that they use is just line powered, and it's a speakerphone, and it also has its handset, and this is the initial checkout of this telephone. And so the board never really works properly. They didn't really give all the functions. All you have here is these hand-carved buttons for the keypad, and then you had a button for turning on the speakerphone and I believe redial. But they don't give you any access to be able to turn up and down the speakerphone. They kind of preset it when they put it in the Dragon here, and so there's not really too many function that you can do with this telephone, so you can't turn it up or down, and line powered speakerphones don't work real well. Now some do, but in this instance the boards that they were using in these telephones didn't work that well. And so what we need to do is replace the board that's in it and redesign this Dragon. Now the eyes light up green, I believe, when you have the handset off or when you're in speakerphone mode. There's also another red light that flashes when you get a call. And so basically what we need to do here is we have a bunch of parts here that came in a bag, and a lot of this is parts to the receiver capsule cap. And so we need to repair that. As you can see, and this is the initial checkout, we just have the receiver capsule taped in. But that kind of gives you a look at the handset. Bill's not that interested in worrying about the handset. Now, we're going to try to get the handset to work. The difficult thing about this telephone is redesigning it is they don't give you a lot of room on the inside, and we're going to show you the bottom of this telephone to install a board. And so if you don't have the right size board, you got to search around for one. The other issue is we're going to have this board powered by a transformer. So this telephone is going to plug in the wall. And the only way to have a really good speakerphone is to have it powered by voltage. Now, like I said, there's some out there that work pretty good, but for the most part, the voltage-powered speakerphones work the best. And so what we want to do here is kind of go through the phone. And since this is the initial checkout, we're going to kind of show you some things. And like I said, these are pieces of fire that would come out of here. There's a piece on that went on the side of the Dragon, like over here, that is in the bag here, or in these parts. And then you see the feet. Back there you see the backboard, or the underneath of the telephone, and for the base to cover up the PC board underneath. And so we want to give you a look at this. Now, there was some cracking that went on, and Bill was unaware of this cracking, but these are stress cracks, and I'm not sure when it happened. They were there when it came in, and this was shipped in the winter, I believe. So if it was like in a warm place and then maybe got into some extreme cold, there's stress cracks. Now, a professional woodworker, you would assume, would have a way to fill these cracks properly and repair them. It would be different if this was dropped and the telephone were cracked. So I don't think they look at stress cracks in wood like they would if it was dropped and broke. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much of an issue that is, but you do have some stress cracking going on through here. And like I said, if there was it was in a warm place and it got into extreme cold, or vice versa, it probably would have cracked from stress. So that's an issue. But we're going to let a woodworker take care of that. We're not going to get involved in that. I really don't have time, and there is professionals out there that can probably handle that. Now, this is the original board that was in the telephone, and you see some buttons here on the board that gave you functions, but they didn't give you any areas to be able to access them. So basically what we want to do is take this board out. We're going to use the keypad board because we need to use that for our buttons for our keypad, and we're going to have to wire that ribbon cable to our new board, and we may replace this ribbon cable. I'm not sure if we can even use that. So, there's going to be a lot of work here. And then we have to also install a power point for our transformer so that we can plug our transformer in the back where our modular port has been installed. We'll get some more video of it as we move along in the redesign of this telephone. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and I wanted to show a little bit about what goes on when you redesign a telephone and you have to incorporate a different style PC board. And so I'm going to show the old board. This was the original board that was in the telephone, and there was no use for this board. They did not work properly. Most of these Dragon telephones that had this board in them, which was not powered by a transformer, it was only powered by line power, just did not have all the functions. They didn't put enough buttons on the telephone to be able to turn up and down the volume, to do anything. We're going to go ahead and toss that to the side. Now what we're doing is incorporating a transformer-powered PC board, and you can see here where the numbers would be on the back side of the telephone, and everything in this telephone is basically carved. So hand carved, machine carved, whatever, and the buttons are even wood, so they're carved. We have that board right here, and that is our dialing board, our PC board for our dialing. And so basically we had to wire this board, which is the dialing board, to this board. It's very intricate work. I'm going to do some still pictures because we had to reroute traces for the up and down volume and the redial, and so basically there's quite a bit of work to it. And we have to tie that into the board, so we use fine wires for that. So now what we want to do is we're at the point where we can do some testing, even though this telephone is not put together. Now we have the light that lights up on a ring cycle. You can't see it now because the Dragon is turned upside down. And we also have the light when you take the telephone off hook. We have that light also. And basically it's the Dragon's eyes, so they light up. So we want to make sure everything's plugged in here, and I want to go ahead and turn the telephone on. We're going to increase the volume. We're going to turn it down now. We're going to turn it back up. I'm going to walk through my numbers. If you watch the analyzer, I'm going to end in a 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk. Every time you see that red light, it's on speakerphone right now, or I could tap on the mic. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello. So the microphone's not really pointing towards me, but it is picking me up. So this board is transmitting at this point. Now we do have to move the microphone. It's going to have to point out the body. This is a wood telephone, and you know the wood sucks up a lot of the waves of your modulation. So we have to point it out in this direction, and that was where the original microphone was. But we still have to remove that from the board and install it into the telephone. We also have to install the speakerphone speaker, and so there's a lot of work here. We're going to try to connect up. Now these are the wires that go to the handset. We're going to try to get that working for Bill, but he doesn't really care about the handset. He's going to use the speakerphone. We also drilled the holes that were never used, because if you look at this telephone, we'll show you more of the telephone, but they only had 2 of the buttons on the very bottom, which one was for speakerphone and one was for redial. The other 2 were never used, so we drilled those holes out, and we're going to use them for volume up and down. So now what we want to do is turn the telephone back on and hit redial. And if you watch the analyzer, you'll watch it roll through the numbers. And it'll end in a 2. This telephone is working, it's just not together. Now we still have to put in our power point. Another issue that we have to deal with is we only have one board. We were only able to secure one board, and everything has to work out just perfect, because if it doesn't, this is the only board we have at this point. So we have to make sure that everything works out just right. We have to work through each individual problem one at a time, and so there's a lot to it. And this kind of gives you a little idea of what goes on when you redesign a telephone with a different board. There's quite a bit to it. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the redesign of this Dragon telephone. We're going to run through a little bit about what went on. We replaced the main PC board. So the original board was totally taken out, which was just telephone line driven, and a new PC board was put in, and that PC board is powered by a transformer, and we're going to show you that in a second. Now in this plastic bag we have some pieces and parts that go to this Dragon phone. I'm going to set them to the side. The best way to handle the wood issues with this Dragon telephone is to go ahead and let a professional carver or woodworker that's a carver go ahead and repair the wood issues with this telephone. And I want to show you the handset. Now we have it taped on because I put the receiver capsule back on, but it is actually missing a piece. So I just wanted to keep all that together, what was left of it, and that's been put back on. But a wood carver could reproduce that, and so that would be the best way to take care of that. Now, earlier in the video we talked about we were going to try to get the handset working if we could, because Bill's really only interested in the speakerphone for the most part. And we went ahead and got the handset of the phone to work. And so now what we want to do is we also replaced the speaker and the transmitter for the speakerphone. So the only thing really used on the inside of this telephone that had anything to do with the original equipment was the PC board that was behind the numbers. Now we also have a volume control up and a volume control down, and we added that because before there was no functions to allow you to turn up and down the speakerphone. It was preset, and you have to remember that this is a wood telephone, so it's not going to be like a plastic telephone, which would have a little more vibration. And so, you know, this telephone's about as good as it's ever going to be with this newer style board in it. I want to go ahead and show you the plug-in for this in the back. This is original to the telephone where the line cord went in. This was added. So now we have a transformer that we simply walk up to and plug it into the telephone, and it's power driven. So we'll go ahead and start our final checks here. I want to go ahead and ring the telephone. What's going to happen is this little red LED back where the fire was, and some of the pieces are broken off, but they're in the bag, and that's the way it came in. That little red LED will light when you get a call coming in. So on a ring cycle, it lights up. When you activate the phone, the little green eyes light up in the Dragon. So let's try that. Let's go ahead and ring the telephone. And so now that light lights red. I'll let it go a couple more times. I'll let it go one more time. We'll go ahead and answer the telephone. We can turn it up by the left button and turn it down by the right button. And that's an indication that that's as far as it'll go up. We can also turn it down, and then we can turn it back up. Now what we want to do is walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to end in a 2, and I want to transmit. So every time you see this red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. And so our transmitter's located here. It is a wood telephone, so it's going to suck up some of the vibration in the room when you're speaking. But we want to go ahead and try the handset now. So I'm going to hang up. Now, the way you access the handset is you do not pick it up to get dial tone. Okay, what you do is you press the speakerphone. And this can be turned up and down too. That's down and up. Now we want to dial a 2, make dial tone go away, and I want to transmit into the handset. So if you watch that red light on the analyzer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. So we know that this handset is transmitting and that it has receive. When you hang it up, though, the eyes will still be green. You would need to turn it off with a speakerphone function. So then once you pick up the handset starts working, and then you can set it down and the speakerphone will work. And then you can turn it off. As long as the Dragon's eyes are not lit any longer, you know the phone is not off hook. So now what we want to do is we want to make some telephone calls with a speakerphone. So I have a switch box here. I'm going to press the button. That gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we'll go ahead and call a time and temp number. There's going to be a hum on this time and temp number. They're having problems with their equipment, and the recording will start. You'll hear a loud hum, and then it'll continue. That's on their end. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. turn it up a little bit as soon as it comes on.
Today is Thursday, October 17th. The time is 3:25. Current temperature 73 degrees.
Partly sunny today, then becoming mostly sunny in the afternoon, highs in the 60s, mostly clear this evening, lows in the lower 40s. Partly cloudy on Friday, highs in the mid-60s.
Okay. We can call another number.
Thank you for calling Walmart. Thank you for calling Walmart. How may I direct your call?
How you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself, sir?
Oh, pretty good. It's not snowing out there yet, is it?
No, please don't mention that.
Oh, okay. Do you guys...
Where are you located at?
Well, you know, it could snow any time. You know how the Midwest weather is.
No, we are operating not this year. I cannot afford that.
Yeah.
So how may I help you, sir?
Okay. Hey, do you have donuts there?
Oh, yes, in bakery. Hold on a second.
Bakery?
Bakery. Hold on a second. Let me transfer you to bakery.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. Let's keep praying that it's not going to snow.
Yeah, all sunshine.
There you go. Nice and warm. Hold on a second, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Hello, bakery.
Yeah, do you guys have any leftover donuts?
We have some in a case.
Yeah, I mean, is there still some donuts in there, or are they stale?
Yes, some in a case, yes.
Oh, okay, so they're good?
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Have a good day. All right. So you always want to remember to turn the speakerphone off, and anyone would, but if you happen to use the handset and you set the handset down, the dragon's eyes would still be green, so you would want to access the handset, but remember to turn off the speakerphone, because this is actually the button that turns the phone on, which would be the speakerphone, and it also turns off the handset. So when you lift the handset, it doesn't come on until you press this button. Then you would set it down and turn it off. So now let's call another number. Let's call a long distance number.
Thank you for calling Sam's Club.
If they answer. Maybe they're on break.
Yeah, so Lisa speaking. How may I help you?
Hey, is Sam around?
Who is that again?
Is Sam around?
Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
You know what department?
Well, he used to own the place. Is one of his kids there?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Hey, can you send me over to the deli?
Yes, I can. In one moment.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well, let's see if we get the deli here. Well, we'll try another number.
Thank you for calling Sam's Club.
This is Mary. How can I help you?
How you doing?
I'm
Pretty good. You sound real busy.
Oh, not really.
Oh, you're not? You multitask?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I do the same. Can I get your deli department, please?
Yes, sir. Can I have one more, please?
Thank you.
Hello, meat department.
Oh, okay. You're considered the deli, right?
Can be. Depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. You guys got any special deals on meat today?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Everyday special at Sam's, huh?
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Well, I appreciate your help. I'll just check when I come up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
What's the meat department?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All righty.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So we know that this telephone is functioning, and it's going to be a lot different than it was originally. We've worked on some Dragon phones in the past, and the telephone that they install inside these Dragons never seemed to be a very good telephone, and that's why we like to go to a transformer or power-driven board, and it makes for a lot better situation. So the Dragon is about as good as it's ever going to be at this situation with a redesign. So I'm sure Bill will enjoy this telephone. Now, it has some wood issues going on, but I think a professional wood carver, woodworker could handle that and get Bill all straightened out with it, and I think it'll be just fine. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.